Dave, obviously September 1st means September call-ups. We've seen a couple of guys with Wrobleski starting, but can you fill us in more on who's here and who's active?
So yeah, Wrobleski will be here, obviously starting. Andy Pages is here, and so kind of to what role we use him, that remains to be seen. But obviously, Andy's been a big part of what we've done this year. We brought Michael Grove for Ben Casparius to give us a little bit more bullpen coverage. And, that's sort of where we're at right now.
I know we're only 2 games into this series, but have you learned anything about your team as far as responding to this type of atmosphere?
Um, it's more of you have thoughts about your ball club, but until you're sort of in it, battle tested, then you know more, like anything. And so just seeing how guys responded, and these last couple of games, and even in the series before with the Orioles and the Rays and the Mariners before that, all playoff contending teams. I just see our guys banding together, being all in, whatever it takes to win a baseball game, and being able to pick up the pieces afterward. And that's really good to see.
Are you aware of anything said in the hitters meeting before the first game of this series about just being more conscious about team at bats versus me at bats? Because it feels like we've seen that more in the first 2 games than we have recently.
No, I don't go in the hitters meetings unless there's a reason for me to be in there. I see the team at bats. I see the conviction of not giving away strike one to a team like the Diamondbacks, who really do a good job of acquiring strike one. Situationally, I see us have the right plan, process, intention. So all that stuff leads to winning baseball.
How would you describe the state of the bullpen today?
Upright. We're just going to kind of, guys are out there right now playing catch, and Josh Bard will report back to me and figure out who's available, who's not. There's just that kind of, is it worth the squeeze as far as using a guy today versus the effects on the forthcoming days, right? So I'll see who's available and see if the leverage of the game makes sense.
Knowing that you can really maybe stretch the division lead a little bit more in these last 2 games, like, does that factor into it at all? Knowing, like, okay, if we can come out of here with a 7 or 8 game lead, it might allow us to take it a little bit easier down the stretch the rest of the season.
No, I think for me is I've always felt, still do feel that the player's health is most important, and if that could be compromised at all, I will go with another option. And I just feel that if that kind of mindset overall is most beneficial for the player and the team. So I don't think that the win-loss, the standings has will have any deciding factor on who I use today.
What you don't want is you don't want to skip basically the last 2 years. You had that issue with getting things in September, and you got the week off before the start of the DS, and you're fine. So you got to figure a way of how you want to do it, stay sharp, to get it in the DS, and win.
Well, we're a long ways from that. You're still trying to win games. So if winning games means that you have a comfortable lead, that's just the way it is. So we're not trying to make it a race so we can not skate. We're just trying to win as many games as we can and kind of figure it out from there. Yeah.
Any more clarity on the plan for Clayton?
The plan for Clayton? No, I don't. The toe is still very inflamed. He's not moving around well. I'm sure he's trying to keep his arm in shape as much as he can, but he's limited.
What's the earliest you could have Graterol back?
So he's going out on Tuesday for rehab, and if that goes well, I think there should be a conversation about Friday. So, but right now he's scheduled to do 2 rehab assignments, but depending on the state of the pen, we'll see once we get past Tuesday.
Do you know what's next for Glasnow?
Tyler is going to play catch or play catch today or already played catch. I think we're just going to try to keep building up. So, honestly, until he gets off the mound, I just don't think, for me, as far as really starting to pique my curiosity, he's doing everything he can to get ready. But, once he gets off the mound, then it can be a little bit more tangible for him.
Would that be like within a week or so? Or
I don't even know.
Do you have a question kind of as an outsider among this group for MLB.com? More visitors than anything else. So I see a bunch of different clubs. And I only have a 2-day sample here. So I could be off base. I'm not trying to. But the Dodgers, more so than other teams, kind of expected to win. So does that in any way take joy out of winning as opposed to just relief that you didn't lose? Or
Yeah,
is it an
it
unfair
does.
thing for players?
It does. That's the honest answer. I get it. It's just kind of what's expected. So I think that whatever's expected, it certainly takes out the elation of whatever outcome, successful outcome, versus if it's not expected. So it's our cross to bear where we're at. So we still try to win and expect to win. But I think it does take away the joy, but still like winning.
Is there a danger in players getting too tight because they're that pressure?
With certain players, with this group, there's no worry. I think that's why you got to get the right players, the right people in this environment to be able to handle it. But in that sense, I'm not worried about our guys going Bobby Brady in the Brady bunch. You guys might, you two young to know that one.
Oh, we know it.
Or Bobby Froze. I'm not worried about that with our guys.
Is there more joy like these 2 games, kind of the way you guys had to win them, what they need for the standings? Like, has this feud series felt different to that end at all?
It feels great that we won the first 2 games. So I would have a different answer. We wouldn't have. But it's honestly, they've been 2 great games. They really have. The environment is this ballpark, the focus with both teams. It's been a lot of fun to be a part of. It's been great.
What will dictate whether or not the manager hops over the railing or just walks up the steps? Because the first game you hopped over the railing.
It won't happen again. That was a bad decision. A lot of my decisions are thought through. That was a spontaneous, sporadic decision. Bad decision.
The knees are still hurt?
The knees, the adductor is just not good. Bad.
Too old? Just feel it.
Too old. Yesterday I went all the way around. I tried to take a shortcut. Not good. Bad.
Save that for the World Series.
Yeah, I will. I'll do it in the World Series. That's right.
Duck under the railing and then go out that way.
Stupid. Thanks, guys.